Hey guys, did a little video of just a little sneak into the Companion9X last night without any voice. So we'll just go through it again, and this time I'll just go through some of the things that I've done. Still kind of learning. I haven't got my radio yet, so I have an EEPROM started, and for my Skywalker. I was just playing with the settings and whatnot, and kind of getting familiar with it and stuff. So, in just the normal setup, I'm not going to be using the RF module 1. I'm going to be using PPM through Dragon Link. So I've got it selected to for 12 channels as of right now. We'll come over to heli. I'm not using that. Flight modes, I haven't really got into that. Basically, it's just a standard rudder, elevator, throttle, and aileron. Uh, this order is not pertaining to your channels. This is basically for dual rates. So my rudder, I've got it set 100%. I don't have a dual rate on this. If you want it to, we could do that pretty easily. So ailerons, I have same started, but I haven't finished it yet. So we'll do like a three position mix, or a three position dual rate, sorry, on aileron. So you can drag them down, and they just copy each other. So we'll delete that. We'll delete this one. So we say on a three position switch. So we'll double click this one. We'll name it aileron, of course. Weight is 100%. So just say if you want it, for argument's sake, three-way position switch 33, and we will put that on just any switch here, something I haven't used, say SE up, okay, and stick scaling, and this is expo, so 30% exponential. So with that, say we want 20%. Okay, so you see switch E when it's in the up position. We'll simulate our TX here. So when SE is up, we will have 30%. So you'll see my aileron here on channel 2 only going 33% full stick. Okay, and we'll come down, we do the same thing, and I'll say if we want, I got to find it here again, SE in the middle. Okay, this little dash means in the middle. Expo, and we'll leave that at, we'll say 25 for argument's sake, like that, and we'll put 60%. Okay, and we'll leave, say, high rates. We'll go in and we'll put that SE down. Okay, Expo, we'll leave that at 30, and we'll say we only want it 80%. Okay, so you come in simulate. So what we'll do is hold, I think, hold Y, or fix, sorry. You can hold these so nothing will work, but it won't go up and down if you fix the Y axis. So we want to hold X, so wherever you put it here like that, it'll stay. So we got 30%, 60, and then up to what was it, 80. So that's pretty straightforward. Let me close that out. So that's how you do your dual rates. So we'll just I'm going to delete that now, and I'm going to play with this after, so because I do want a dual rate on my aileron. We'll come through here. This is in the mixes where you can set up certain things. So basically, I want it as a test. I was going to with aileron left and right, I want it to have a little bit of up elevator on each way. So normally, if you didn't have this curve, we'll just go with say if I could find it here, just differential, which is normally normal. You'll see that if I simulate, I forget which button that is on now here, switch B down. Okay, so I got to go into our simulation. We'll put SB down, which enables that mix. Now you'll see channel 3 is following. So if I bank to the right, my elevator is going down. If I bank to the right, left, my elevator goes the opposite way as it follows it. So what I had to do after a little bit of searching was make a curve. So we'll come over to our curves, and we had to set it up like this: -80, -40, center at 0, and then another -80, so it's an inverted V, like so. And then come back to your mixes and change that to your curve that you just adjusted. So that will pertain to that curve. And the switch B down, warning. You can add a delay and slow, so which is pretty cool. You can slowly have it follow, or a delay. So be good if you had like landing gear with bay doors opening first. So that's pretty neat. Or if you have flaps, you can slow them down so you don't get the ballooning. There we go. So now we'll simulate again. Put SB down. Now you'll see my elevator on channel 3 goes the same way regardless. So basically when I bank left, the elevator comes up a little bit, and when I bank right, the elevator comes up a little bit. And you can see also channel 4 is my rudder mix. I just got that enabled all the time. But I can change that to B center, which is pretty straightforward. So rudder, and come into here and put this to switch B center, like that. If I want to turn on and off. So you'll see right now nothing. It's just straight aileron, straight rudder. Turn this down and mixes the rudder. Now I'm not too sure. I might have to change this because now once I go down to B, my my rudder is deactivated mix. So now it's only my aileron elevator. The ones with an exclamation point in front is, if you've set that, it'll be in when it's not in this position. So it's kind of counterintuitive. So let's try not SB up. Okay, not sure. Takes a little bit of testing and whatnot when you're not really familiar with it. There we go. So basically it's off. So now we just got our aileron, and in the SB in the middle, turns on my elevator aileron to rudder mix, and all the ways down. If I want to do some testing, my rudder still stays active and my elevator is now enabled. So I like that. We'll try that for now. I'll leave that as is. Channel 5, I have with my OSD, I need a I need a 3-position switch for the menu, normal, and then autopilot, which for return to home. So with this, everything here is set to 100%, but in the limits is basically to adjust your EPAs. For channel 5, I need for it to work, because the OSD actually has 4 menus. Basically, the first one is the OSD off, then it's menu, normal, return to home. So what you need to do with the Dragon OSD and possibly some other OSDs, if it's the same case, you'd have to just narrow in your limits, your EPAs, and you can invert that just by here. So even if I want to invert a channel, you just come over to your limits here and you can invert it. So just reverse your channel. So with the curves, I really haven't done anything with custom switches. Custom functions is sort of basically for your sounds. Now I don't have my radio set up yet, so you basically select your switch. So if I want it return to home to play on say SA down, which is return to home, you just pick it and it'll be a drop down of all your sounds, and you can have it repeat how many ever seconds you want, or no repeat, so it'll only play once. So you can do that with all your channels. There's 32 custom functions, so that's a lot. And telemetry, haven't really got into, because I'm not planning to use the Tyrannus for anything other than UHF. Templates, so you can use your model config, and you can go ailerons, flaps, etc. So if you come in here, you can set up preferences at the beginning. So you got your language, splash screen. You need to have that to your radio, because it do come with some images, or you can make your own. Splash screen, same thing on startup. Personal splash screen library, so if you have your own, you just you can just follow the path to your own folder on your computer. Backup folder, so you can make up a backup folder for your computer. Firmware, so basically you need to make sure it's for Tyrannus here, because there's a whole bunch of other different ones. CD structure path, or SD structure path, sorry. English, voice English. Some of these things are you can have, so no heli, no templates, no global variables, no ppm, so on and so forth. Check for updates. So this is your stock mode 2, rudder, throttle, elevator, aileron. Now this is the channel order, so depending on what you're used to, come from mostly Spectrum. So in order from left to right, from channel 1 to 4 would be throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder. Profile name, I just named it Dragon Link. Say profile. Joystick, I really haven't got into that. So we'll get back into the Skywalker EEPROM. And we'll come down, we got channel 6. Now this is just for strobes, for my lights on and off. So I just got assigned to switch SG. Channel 7 is the trainer switch, and basically that is a momentary switch like most other trainers. SH here. What that does in the Dragon OSD is does a logging point, and also gives you a kind of a ratio to see how much milliamps you're burning per kilometer. So it's a great way to give you a quick math rundown of your milliamp usage per amps. So if you're pulling about 10 amps and you push this switch, it gives you a little readout, and it might say 150 milliamps per kilometer. So if you're running a 5,000 milliamp battery, you can kind of say, okay, well, I got lots of milliamp left. So that's basically if you do have your OSD calibrated pretty good. So you do a flight and you make sure just take a note of how much you used in milliamps, and then you charge it and see how much charger put back in. And there is a calibration wizard for the OSD that basically does it for you, and there's a little equation. So we'll come over to our next one. Just got channel 8 for the pan and tilt. I do have a head tracker, but I'm going to test that, but as of right now I do have this in here. So that's for my left and right sliders. So on my left, but actually I do have that, if you see here, SF down will enable both. So you can see left and the right slider, nothing is moving. So basically I'll turn it on. Now my sliders work. And say if I had two of them off centered, if I turn it off, it centers them for you. And channel 10, basically there's there's your two sliders and your two pots in the center that you can adjust. So then I'm going to have just the GoPro on sail winch servo, and I do have that set. That is on all the time, and you can also have that center beep. With the newer version of the Tyrannus, there is a little indentation in the centers. The first few batches of radials, they didn't really have an indentation to kind of feel where the center is. Left sliders and the right sliders, and the two pots. So yeah, you can have a center beep chime or a center beep or whatnot when they're in the center. And you can also do your rudder, elevator, throttle, and aileron, but you don't really want that. So anyways guys, that's just a little rundown of the 9X Companion. Honestly, I kind of like this. I've been playing with the radio in here. And you come here like this, and now it shows you, and this is basically identically how you would if you wanted to play with the radio, right? So everything is here. You can. This is basically just a way to make changes in the radio if you actually had it. So I kind of like the how the Companion works, and you're just sitting at home if you're doing stuff like this instead of having to do it on the radio all the time. You need to make changes out at the field, of course, that you can obviously go ahead and do it. So anyways, that's just a little rundown of the Companion and my settings for the Skywalker. So anyways, thanks for watching guys.